All right, quick review as we approach the end of the year. See what's going on. Start off with intermarket, and then we'll go into the rest. So we have about, what was it, 22, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. I think it's like 2.2 million contracts, if I'm not mistaken. Followed by 2 million, followed by 1.4 million, followed by something else. So this downwave, by the way, this downwave is about to correct. So I'm looking for a pullback and then the short, but I'll show how you find the turning point and all of that. Anyway, we'll do that in a minute. Next is crude. That's what I was saying, that it took out the low, but I knew that it had the ability to bounce. But right now it's testing the breakout or the breakdown. And this was on 38 times 10,000 contracts. So was it like 380,000 contracts, 390,000 contracts. Pulling back here, and that's it. So I mean, right here is the test of the breakdown. So, I mean, if you're going to go short, this is the place to start looking. This is definitely the place to start looking. You have 350,000 contracts, and then 380,000 contracts, and 390,000 contracts. This one I don't get, because this is 470,000 contracts. And it didn't break. I mean, it broke, but it just reversed. So now the volume is tipping off. You see like 32, 35, 29, 23. See that? So I think this is ready, like oil. Anyway, so this one here, Bitcoin already rejected the 18,420 level and pulled back on $11,000 per contract. So this move down here is, I think, at least 11,000, or around 11,000 so far. Other than that, dollar, forget it. I mean, it's in a clear downtrend. You can obviously see it. You don't need to do any rocket science here. Gold, it's like 190,000 contracts. This. Yeah, about 190,000 contracts on a potential reversal bar coming after the spring. So this is what I wanted to see. So it took it out and closed above on how much volume? I mean, it's increasing volume. So right here, we'll see how much follow through if it takes out the high. But what is this? And this was the upthrust right here on the bonds against that breakdown. All right, let's take a look at what else. All right, so this SPY, I'm looking for that reversal, and I'll show you in the stocks how they're reacting right now. All right, so we'll do that in a minute, but I just want to see that, 51 million shares on the Qs, only 18 million IWM, and 47 million shares. I think it's 4.7 million shares. Anyway, it's a lot of shares. And I mean, the volume is still light, but it is reversing. There's no question about it, and I'll show you. So we'll just take a look at the leaders. So I'll show you how this is happening. All right, you see this green candle today? All right, first of all, I have, let me just explain the layout. It's a daily with 15-minute and then a 3-minute. So you can use any combination of 3 time frames, but I highly recommend using 3 time frames because that's how you see the picture and are able to take the low risk trade. I have to have multiple time frames, and really they should be side by side so you can connect the dots. This took me a long time to figure out, but I mean you'll see it very clearly. So for stocks you can use the daily, the 15-minute, 3-minute, or some other combination like daily and even the 1-minute. No, never mind. That's too noisy. But this combination is fine. All right. Now the thing is, you see the swing that has gone down on the daily. Now, when you analyze that on the 15-minute, what you have to mark it and see what behaviors were there, right? So the first thing you see is the climax up here. So that's your climax. And you have your sign of weakness. You had a pullback and a breakdown, and it continued to go lower. Now here, as it comes here, you see all of a sudden the volume increases a bit, but overall, if you see the volumes, they're decreasing. Right? Now over here, expanded a little bit, and then after that, 1, 2, 3, 4, multiple attempts is no volume. All right. So usually what you'll see many times is when you have a rally down and a rally up. I forget what it's called, but I think it's some type of shakeout. I don't know what it's called, but this right here is the example. See this rally down followed by rally up that takes out the high. So when that happens, that typically happens. It happens a lot, and basically the market like shoots down, and then there's a strong up wave. So the way I'm reading this here on Apple is this is your climax. This is your oh shit, I forgot what it's called. Oh yeah, COB right here. How do I know? I mean, I don't know for sure, but I know that what the readings are telling me is the biggest volume in the last 12 waves, and that's the biggest size in the last 9 waves. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you have and the biggest volume in the last 6 waves. So biggest price action in the last 9 waves and volume in the last 6. All right. So here you have your potential COB with that type of behavior where it goes down, rally up, meaning a steep move down followed by a steep move up, indicating the rejection. So now we have a base. You have a base here. "15-minute time frame, you have the base, and you have your COB, and you have your climax. And I don't see that much volume, and this may be effort. But now what we do is get a better picture on a lower time frame, the entry time frame. So the entry time frame is going to be like 5-minute or lower, right? And you see that move is huge. See how huge it is. 40, biggest in 40 waves, biggest in 49 waves on a smaller. I'm gonna get rid of all these numbers. But yeah, the 40 and 49, I mean, obviously it's a change of behavior. And what this is speaking to is a big move up, or like a springboard setting up for a markup. So what am I saying? I'm saying that this thing is rallied. This is your change of behaviors. That's your pullback. That's your, basing the barrel of a gun type of thing, ready to go up. Now there are a lot of resistance overhead, but if it makes enough of a base, and if it has this type of pull or push, it can definitely go up much higher. So at least some type of short covering. I think there's definitely some type of short covering or something going on at this level for a rotation back up. All right. Where else am I? So I think that's all I'm going to do today. But I mean, as you can see, what I did is I used the daily, I used the 15-minute, and I used the 3-minute to show the daily direction, the change of behavior on the 15-minute, which is enhanced by taking a look at even a lower time frame and your entry time frame. So, but of course, like they didn't fly the same day, so this should set up tomorrow. Maybe there's one more drive down. I'll be watching that. Might get another drive down. I'm not really sure. Probably unlikely because it already came back to the area with the most amount of accumulation, which is all of this. This was some stopping action here. So we'll see. I think this is ready to go. All right, that's all, folks. Take care.